by a series of small acts. The master never reaches for the great. Thus she achieves greatness. When she runs into a difficulty, she stops and gives herself to it. She doesn't cling to her own comfort. Thus, problems are no problem for her.
His wife
64. What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. The giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet. Rushing into action, you fail. Trying to grasp things, you lose them. Forcing a project to completion, you ruin what was almost ripe. Therefore, the master takes action by letting things take their course. He remains as calm at the end as at the beginning. He has nothing, thus has nothing to lose. What he desires is non-desire. What he learns is to unlearn. He simply reminds people of who they have always been. He cares about nothing but the Tao.
Subscribe to this YouTube.
He can care for all things. 65. The ancient masters didn't try to educate the people, but kindly taught them to not know.
How do they sound? How do they make you feel?
When they think that they know the answers, people are difficult to guide. When they know that they don't know, people can find their own way.
Subscribe to this.
If you want to learn how to govern, avoid being clever or rich.
It's mind-boggling.
The simplest pattern is the clearest. Content with an ordinary life, you can show all people the way back to their own true nature. Own true nature. 66. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. Humility gives it its power. If you want to govern the people, you must place yourself below them. If you want to lead the people, you must learn how to follow them. The master is above the people, and no one feels oppressed. She goes ahead of the people, and no one feels manipulated. The whole world is grateful to her, because she competes with no one. No one can compete with her. 67. Some say that my teaching is nonsense. Others call it lofty, but impractical. But to those who have looked inside themselves, this nonsense makes perfect sense. And to those who put it into practice, this loftiness has roots that go deep. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and in thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world.
Listen to what the shit comes out of this piece of shit's mouth.
68.
It's human shit. He makes death threats. He wants people to
The
be
best
killed.
athlete
He's a piece of
wants
shit.
his opponent at his
He's
best.
He's in Europe enjoying the wealth of the West. This piece of shit
The
should be in
best
some
general
dust town in some fucking
enters
desert.
the mind of his
Looking at a
enemy.
boat saying, man, this place sucks. My life sucks.
The
I'm
best
looking at
businessman
goats.
serves the
I'm
communal
looking at
good.
goats. My life sucks. I live on a fucking rock.
The best leader
Some valley and some
follows the
fucking
will
tent.
of the
I'm looking
people.
like a Bedouin. Man, this place sucks.
All of them embody the virtue of non-competition. Not that they don't love to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. In this, they are like children and in harmony with the Tao. 69. The generals have a saying: rather than make the first move, it is better to wait and see. Rather than advance an inch, it is better to retreat a yard. This is called going forward without advancing, pushing back without using weapons. There is no greater misfortune than underestimating your enemy. Underestimating your enemy means thinking that he is evil. Thus, you destroy your 3 treasures and become an enemy yourself. When 2 great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. 70. My teachings are easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Yet your intellect will never grasp them, and if you try to practice them, you'll fail. My teachings are older than the world. How can you grasp their meaning? If you want to know me, look inside your heart. 71. Not knowing is true knowledge. Presuming to know is a disease. First realize that you are sick. Then you can move toward health. The master is her own physician. She has healed herself of all knowing. Thus, she is truly whole. 72. When they lose their sense of awe, people turn to religion. When they no longer trust themselves, they begin to depend upon authority.
Okay, we're gonna do some magic poetry now.
It's just ranting about it. What?
No, you guys.
No, no clue.
He is very funny, but he is a real pain in the ass sometimes. But he's very funny.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper, America's #1 trusted paper towel.
This is the most dangerous planet in the universe. And you've come to hunt an apex predator.
What up, C? We're reading poetry. And these are 3-minute clips for YouTube. We're reading collected works of the great Frate Petrarca. Of the master. I'm eating a peach. Some tripods are better than others. Or the selfie stick tripod. $20. All metal and plastic.
Let's
Do
see.
you like this picture?
What are you talking about? Cool.
Which one is Alpha, do you think?
Alpha's the one holding that, and you're the one.
No, I'm the
Diáconos. Life's a beach.
I'm eating a peach.
I'm eating a peach.
Like, I'm a liberal Democrat. Let's just leave it at that. Because as a human, we are one.
Okay, it's very exciting that you're taking part in this upstart insurgent campaign. So, being a religion cast, like Cora is our Asian cast, I love it, Jane. I think it's fantastic, and I defend your right to sort of mix it up a little bit. I think it's great, and
Okay, I know it's taking me forever to do this poetry reading, but we're about to get started. We're getting closer and closer. This phone doesn't want to work.
To the feet, Darren.
What subjects we haven't discussed?
I have to work on that phone. Very rare will you get somebody to come out on a Sunday. It's like people like to use Sunday as their self-care day. I like it that way too. I have a lot of things I gotta do. This phone's almost out of battery already.
I'm eating a peach.
What up, Grace?
John, I want to hear about your candidacy.
Oh, what do you want to know?
I don't know anything about you. I used to run campaigns. I worked at the White House, and I know nothing about you.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm running in the 16th district of Illinois.
16 visits in what state?
I'm in Illinois in the 16th district.
Okay, I didn't hear Illinois. Great.
I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 27th, 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing.
Stop taxing. Thank you. Okay. And who's your, is there an incumbent?
The current congressman that I'm running against is a Republican. I'm running as a Republican. The incumbent, Darren LaHood, he's been there 10 years. His daddy was in Congress for 30 years. And he was also Obama's transportation secretary. But Darren sits on 2 oversight committees. He's big into everything you could think of that they're not shutting anything down. National Surveillance Act, National Defense Authorization Act. They just keep borrowing and spending. And that's what's happening. So I'm using poetry to hopefully wake up the constituents to vote for me on YouTube.
Very nice. Very nice. But how are you on Get Out the Vote Day?
Well, we have to get on the ballot, and if we beat him March 17th of next year, we'll have, a full 9 months, 8 months to run campaigns and do on the ground and digital advertising and hopefully defeat the Democrat. But just beating Darren LaHood it's very difficult. He's got $10 million, and I'm very critical of the COVID-19 vaccine deployment and response and Operation Warp Speed and what he told everybody. He told everybody, you have to get vaccinated. Otherwise, this pandemic will never end and we'll all be locked up in our houses and we'll all die unless you get vaccinated with this experimental gene modifier. It's not a vaccine. It is literally gene therapy. So it's a gene modification, engineered chemical. I don't know. Are you vaxxed? Have you had any adverse reaction?
No, we haven't had any adverse reaction. I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, are you double vaxxed, triple boosted?
Yes.
And do you get your annual flu shot?
Yes.
And you've had no medical repercussions at all, only an enhancement to your health?
I didn't get COVID, and that's the best part.
And you didn't give anybody COVID, right?
Right.
Well, then that's great news. But unfortunately, the science doesn't hold up to your outcome because the data says otherwise.
So how's the money coming in? Are you going to like everyone else has been doing? I worked at the White House and I worked for, I'm a Democrat, so you should know that. And I worked for Jimmy Carter and, I've been on both sides of the aisle helping people in campaigns. So I've had a long, I'm a cantor. I'm retired, but even when I was head of the school in Hoboken, New Jersey, I was able to change the trajectory of Hoboken, New Jersey from the mob bosses for hundreds of years to a new way of democracy about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, political campaigns. I'm very good at it. I mean, once I became a cantor, I had to hold off, but I did say to the rabbi, at my congregation that I'm very good and we need to change Hoboken or we're going to keep sitting in this ridiculousness of 100 years of, mob bosses. And if we don't get somebody else in there, this is going to be the same and people aren't going to come because the congregation that I was leading, the place was falling apart. We had like 25 congregants and we wanted to start a school and it's a beautiful building and all was successful. So we were able to do it and change the trajectory and Hoboken is in good stead. So,
But what happened to the mob bosses?
Mob bosses, what happened to the mob bosses? That's a very good question. I should go and answer that, and my mind is fading after all these years. What happened to the mob bosses? My girlfriend got a 2-term there. There was a lot of cleaning up. There was a lot of cleaning up of the police department. There was a lot of, I called in a lot of people from the state to regulate when we had elections. And Hoboken was no longer the place that they remembered for the past 200 years. It had been going on forever and ever, and there were no longer a place. Hoboken, New Jersey also was built up. It was, when I was there 20-something years ago, it was ready to go into the Hudson River, literally how bad it was. And I had just gotten married, and somebody said there's this little congregation, but don't get scared. They haven't been able to keep it up. And I said to the other clergy, hey, I know how to do this really well. And my life was threatened many a time. And I don't know how my husband is still with me. That's a reality, because I had to go pick up voter registration, and all of that was going into the city, into New York City, and they tried on the Hudson River Parkway to put my car into the Hudson River. That was scary. And now listen, New Jersey and New York politics are very different. I mean, people hear about it and they say, oh yeah, we have similar stuff. No. This is life or death out here. And Hoboken was one of those places where it was life and death.
It's kind of crazy that people take it, to that extreme.
That's serious. Oh, yeah. Not even a question. Everything I'm telling you is no exaggeration. No exaggeration. And my girlfriend who got in there was, this mousy kind of person. And boy, did she, as the people in Hoboken say, not that usually comes off out of my mouth, but she had the kahunas, as they say. I don't know how. I think that they just thought that she was never going to get in, and this was my little side hustle, and no one really knew that I really worked hard in politics before I got into the clergy. I don't forget what was taught to me. I don't forget what was taught to me in Washington. I was beat up, not physically, but beat up a lot of times in politics.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, these people had been doing it for 150 years of their lives, and they were very good at it. And eventually, we thought out of the box, and she got in for two terms, and Hoboken is...
It's crazy, I can't... Let's do it this way.
This department, there was a lot of... we have a lot of Republicans in Hoboken, and, the council is, always swaying one way or the other, and that's what it's supposed to be like. And the place is totally cleaned up. I mean, everybody wants to live there, and they're spending more money than they are in New York City, in Hoboken, for rent. That's a little problem. But the old-timers, had their houses, and they'd been there for so long that they're doing okay. But the whole place was redone. You wouldn't even, you could see pictures from 20 years ago, and you can't believe that the revitalization happened. So, listen, I've been on both sides, helped, campaigns on both sides. This is a rough business. It's not easy, as you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything. I was talking to my sister about my mom yesterday. I'm like, it is like all about psychological intelligence, and how you respond. If you just slip in one negative word, you can cause a,
And
catastrophe.
was
I can't hear her, but
when people want to get
psychology and human intelligence.
Hoboken was one of those places. Hoboken was one of those places. The issue is that you're politicking all these weeks, months to get your name out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a ground war of how to get those people and know your numbers to get them to the polls, you're done. You're done. It's up for toss of a coin.
Yeah, I was on NPR and I've been invited on another radio podcast, but really the outcome of whether or not I'm on the ballot and then whether or not I win the primary, like that'll all create more, publicity opportunities. And so it's all just day to day.
It is day to day, but I just gave you the bottom line. That is the bottom line. Your name recognition, getting out there, all that is very important. But on the day of, you don't have your battleground people.
Yeah.
You're not winning, and you can't win. Many politicians have just waited out because we made telephone calls. It's not like that. This is a war. And you need to have a war room, and you need to know every district, and you need to know who's getting them out. You got to help people come to the polls. And the reality is, I don't know, what cycle you're on or what cycle it's going to be, federal or local.
It's federal.
Yeah. So if it's a federal cycle, I'm telling you, it's not enough for people to get out there. So you got to have this really, get your elderly people out there. And you got to know every address and who's going to be there and who's going to pick them up and who's going to help you with vans. All this is great, and you can tell me that you have a great platform and you're seeing the swell. Doesn't mean anything if they don't come that day.
Oh, I know. It's so nerve-wracking, and you think about how much money you have.
It shouldn't be nerve-wracking. I'm just telling you, it shouldn't be. And all the times that I've been on both sides of the aisle, this is a war game. And the issue is you need to know every household, you need to know every block, you need to have a lot of chiefs helping on those districts to get out the vote. That's your job.
Yep. I agree.
That's your job, and you need a whole bunch of people who are going to make sure that happens. These are your soldiers.
I know. Unfortunately, many of my soldiers are not up to snuff because they're bought and paid for mercenaries with very, non-existent credentials, and a lot of the work is less than successful. But I am just one person doing this from a meditation perspective. I've been reading poetry on YouTube because honestly, Grace, if I don't win, the outcome or the way that I'll feel is truly the same. A lot of this is actually just publicity and credibility building for a future campaign as well. I have $600. He's got 10 million. I'm not delusional. I live in reality, and I understand how brains are bought and paid for through media. So a lot of this is just laying the groundwork for a future successful campaign, which will
Wonderful.
100% be.
Wonderful. Wonderful. As long as you have that good attitude. But the reality is, the real ones, it's not their fame, it's not, getting out their commercials, it's getting those people to the polls.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest myth. He could have 10 million followers. The issue is, but if he's carting them all in busloads, yeah, then, he has the money to do it. And yeah, you're sunk.
Well,
But
it's a little bit like a casino. It's the same thing, you got to get people in the buses. You have to get them there. If they just see an advertisement but they don't get there, they're never going to open up their pocketbooks. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this meditation. It's a poem. I know you spend a lot of time on this app talking to people and moderating. But in the book club, which is the house you're in,
yes.
we have one rule. One rule only. And that's we only read books to each other.
Wow. Look at that. Didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, no opinions, no long form conversations, because conversations are actually just conversational hypnosis. And so I think that if we really want to change ourselves, and improve the world, we have to read. And poetry is instantaneous delight and joy. And most people are not living in joy, but poetry can bring you into a state of mind, based on joy. So that's why I like to read poetry.
Right?
And these are like 3-minute clips for YouTube. So I go about 2 minutes, 50 seconds, and then it's a cut.
Okay.
So take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. This poem is called Astray in Her Paths. I feel thee shudder clinging to my arm before the battlements of the salt sea, black billows tipped with phosphorescent light, towering from where we stand to yonder shore. That is no earthly shore, but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, nor blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight. Never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only here, behind us cluster lamps, and busy sounds of men proclaim a city. But to us they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable, our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect, who dares to gaze shall see and die, the changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all matter radiates, is a part of our own thoughts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels her empire with the frosty crown of thousand twinkling stars, whose hoary crests burn where light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire, save where the sea is ebony with sleep, and though the wind pierces the morrow, since it is the word of the Almighty and cuts through the air, that may not stay its fury, with a cold nipping and chill, it is not in the wind, nor through the thunder broke, or flashed the fire. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air, that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit, and stains its vital essence with a brand of fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with delight. Okay, that's
of the
it.
salt sea.
It's 3 minutes.
Black billows tipped with
Aaron, thank you
phosphorescent
so
light,
much. Thank you so
towering
much.
from where we stand to yonder.
So that's 3 minutes across multiple cell phones. I published this all on YouTube under Candidate John. And,
Very nice.
yeah, I say it's poetry to defeat and unseat Darren LaHood.
I love it. I love it. You did good. Thank you. This was a little miracle that I found my way to you today. And I
Excellent.
appreciate it so.
Why don't you sing? I mean, if you're a cantor, why don't you sing on this app?
Oh, no. That's not my job.
Well,
that's not my job to sing to everybody. I do sing when I sing in the Jewish rooms when they ask me to. Absolutely.
do you know this rabbi out of Berkeley who does Kabbalah studies? Danny Mott.
No.
Danny Mott. Have you ever heard of him? Not a rabbi.
No.
He's a doctor, but anyways. I thought maybe I took his Kabbalah course. I thought maybe I heard you in one of his, conference calls.
No, but I will give you a blessing today and I will sing it for you.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, guide his steps and help him find his way. He needs your shelter now. Wrap him in his arms and guide his steps and help him make this day a song of praise to you. Wrap him in your arms and guide his steps. And that's with me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful. Wow,
Thank
you're
you
a
for
pro.
the opportunity to bless. And this goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. It is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. My Jewish friends are like stepping stones, or they're always positive. Like they're never negative. They're always giving, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
Yeah, I mean, I help them along in the way too. I mean, it's always reciprocal. So thanks for being here.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
And I wish you a lot of luck. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye, Grace.
and he got to start with the Chicago outfit. But I believe that he wasn't snitching on the outfit. Instead, like, snitched on people from different countries, because that's what
Let's get fiscal. Lesson 2, credit card combat. Getting your finances together? Learn to master your money with Credit Karma today for a stronger tomorrow. Defend yourself against generic advice and one-size-fits-all recommendations. Credit Karma gathers offers from trusted partners, helping you quickly pin down the cards and loans that are right for you so you can build those money muscles. Harness the power of Credit Karma today to win your financial future tomorrow.
Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, nor blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight. Never a star is out to light the broad horizon. Only here, behind us cluster lamps and busy sounds of men proclaim a city. But to us they are not here, for we, because we love, are not of earth, but as the immortals stand with eyes immutable. Our souls are fed on a strange new nepenthe from the cup of the vast firmament. Nor do we dream, nor think we aught of the transient world, but are absorbed in our own deity. And our clear eyes reflect, who dares to gaze shall see and die, the changeless empyrean eternity, the concentrated void of space. For being the center of all things, time is to us the now, and space the here. From us all matter radiates is a part of our own thoughts and souls, because we love. Thou shudderest, clinging to me, though the night jewels her empire with the frosty crown of thousand twinkling stars, whose hoary crests burn where light touches them, with diamond points of infinite far fire. Save where the sea is ebony with sleep, though the wind pierces the morrow, since it is the word of the Almighty and cuts through the air, that may not stay its fury. With a cold nipping and chill, it is not in the wind, nor through the thunder broke, flashed the fire. From all the circle of eternity, was that the reason, for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest, rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he hear not, die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innest being of the spirit, and stains its vital essence with a brand of fire that shall not change in shuddering. I gaze back, spring to spirit with the likeness. Okay, that's it.
Salt sea.
It's 3 minutes. Towering from where we stand to yonder shore, there is no earthly shore but guards the coast of that which is from that which is to be. Wherefore it kindles no evasive fire, nor blaze through the night, but lies forgotten, gray in the twilight.
In your arms and guide his steps. And that's with me laying down. I'm sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow, that was really beautiful. Wow, you're
Well, thank
you're
you
a
for
pro.
the opportunity to bless and goes further than you even dreamed of.
Thanks. You know, it is actually, I gotta say, it's kind of strange, but a lot of this is only because of Jewish friends. You know, my Jewish friends are like stepping stones, or they're always positive. Like, they're never negative. They're always giving, you know, never taking. And so that's been my observation and experience with, you know, all my Jewish friends in my life.
May they continue to help you along your way. That's all I have to say. They better.
They're giving with it.
Yeah,
Like,
I help them along in the way too. I mean, it's always reciprocal. So thanks for being here.
Now, he half believes it, half doubts it. Alright, that's the fun.
Do stay on stage and get a closing thought at the time. If you're in the audience and you want to come up, you are encouraged to do so because as it gets closer to the top of the hour, it will be next to impossible to do that.
Rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love rest upon us, O Lord. God makes his people strong. God gives his people peace. Who will praise God's name in song and glorify him with thanksgiving. Let the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart, be acceptable in your sight, O Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. The Lord is good, and his love endures forever. The Lord will keep you from all harm. Open your mouth and taste. Open your eyes and see how good God is. The Lord upholds all those who fall. The Lord has heard my supplication. The Lord will receive my prayer. In him our hearts.
And who is a real enemy of people who want a future for humanity? You see, there are also people. I want to make Western simple.
That means, what are you trying to transmit, Dave?
I'm here to speak my version of understanding. If you all don't agree, you all can, challenge it, whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would just hit a bell, basically.
Okay, Big Rex asked me, do I support Israel, right? Yes. So, that is my position. You can see me as biased or whatever, but I see the bigger picture is unity in US, unity in Europe, and not to be compromised by people from the Arab nation who hate Israel to let them succeed in this. Because if you weaken the unity in Europe and unity in...
That means, what are you trying to transmit, Dave?
I'm here to speak my version of understanding.
How do they sound?
If you
How do
don't
they make you
agree, you
feel?
can,
Candidate
challenge
Congressman
it, whatever.
Yeah. Play the Chinese Congressman John Kitover. Congressman John reading poetry. Hit a bell, basically.
Okay, Big Rex asked me, do I support is hey, I wish you best wishes in a thing that
seen him in many months now, which I feel like has been a good thing for me. And see, that's the thing about being your true authentic self, is if you get blocked, it's what you actually desire, because I want to remove these people from my communication stream. And by maybe harassing them or trolling them or letting them know I'm recording what they're saying, like that basically frees up more of my time for me.
Wait, are you blocked out of chillism?
For the sage says, I do not make any fuss, and the people transform themselves. Wisdom, I choose akin to the newborn babe. His perfection seems imperfectly. Truly too much honor means no honor. What is it in the end to be shrunk in, as small as it is in its... Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. Om. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause. Inhale and exhale. Chant twice more.
Damn.
I am part of life's joyful sound. Benefits, releases tension and dispels negative energy. Promotes a feeling of total peace. Releases powerful spiritual vibrations. Fills the entire self with Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause, inhale, and exhale. Chant twice more. I am part of life's joyful sound. Benefits, releases tension, dispels negative energy, promotes a feeling of total peace, releases powerful spiritual vibrations, fills the entire self with luminous energy. Om has several meanings. It is the sound of all sounds, the sound of the universe, the sound of creation, the beginning of life. Om contains 4 separate parts. Silence. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin chanting Om. Remember the 4 distinct parts. Pause, inhale, and exhale. Chant twice more. I am part of life's
To stay on stage and
got
on the ballot yet because the ballots aren't printed. And there's been no challenges yet. That doesn't happen for another month.
We have a dog on the farm, so they're pretty.
Vaccine, liar, gun grab. Contains 4 separate parts. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Inhale. On the exhalation, begin. Chant twice.
Hit that like button and subscribe now. Share this video. Put a comment in the chat right now. Like the video now. Share the video now. Like it. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. What are you thinking about right now? Leave a comment. Hit that video. And Darren LaHood, I need you to like this video. Subscribe to this YouTube account. I'm going to read to you a poem. This is candidate John running against Darren LaHood in the 16th district. This is called The Bean Peddler. I do not envy any man, but if I did, 'twere him whose will is to take an old petroleum can and a supply of beans and chilies and set a trellis work of palm beside the public way and squat there all day in charitable calm. For passers-by to sniff the pot there, bubbling and steaming as they stop. Salam, pass the time of day, gorge and playful while they chop. Small talk, and go their lazy way. A soothe poorer, happy man, guesses not what harsh and knavish woes went to make that old tin can among those mercenary, slavish mongrels across the Atlantic waves before it reached his green oasis.
That's the worst thing in the
Frenchmen
world.
are the only slaves, thanks to
I don't think anybody ever expects to hear that their child has cancer.
Give
It's
me
always
an old tin can and a supply of beans and chilies, and I shall be a happy man, whose way is even as his will is. Started getting in a fight with me and got very upset. And the cashier says to me, "Oh, you didn't know? You're just along for the ride." And I was like, "Oh,
was like, a fucking cashier is telling me that I'm just along for the ride? I was like, damn. I was like, damn. I was laughing and I was just like in disbelief because I was like, I had never realized that I was a bitch. That I was just like along for the ride with my mom. That like she's gonna do and say whatever the hell she wants. She could give two shits. I'm on her boat. I'm in her house. Like it's not the other way around. Started.
It was like it was. I remember the Terry's an anti-Semite. Yes.
Wasting your time. You don't read books no more. You all got brain rot. So I can come in here, do my little comedy show, make you all giggle and say, oh man, thank God somebody's having a good time. Cause everybody wasting.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
But Terry's an anti-Semite. Yes.
Wasting your time.
How can you express?
Wasting your time. You don't read books no more.
from hair? Discover Bronze Smart IPL. The smart alternative to laser. Enjoy 2 years free from hair and hair removal.
Say it. Say it. B is for boy. You are boy. Forget it. You will never learn.
The boy I would like to couple up with is...
Boy. Me boy.
Found these shopping
Check out hey.
Do as I feel. Oh yeah. Mostly
Oh, yeah.
You have bewitched me, body and soul.
Turn right.
This is how you make crispy Korean fried chicken.
Thurston A. Sip here. What's harder, picking plays or picking outfits? More ice in your veins or ice in your chains?
Next question.
If you gotta be twice as good, can you throw twice as far? Do you regret ordering the Branzino?
Gotta get it locked out of accounts. Everything gets suspended. It's like, Jesus. Fucking, can't I just use a cell phone over here the way I want to use a cell phone?
Discover everything banking should be with Advia Credit Union, like earning real finance.
What does it say? Your account will be reviewed for a blue check mark soon. Oh, okay. Okay, this is Kennedy John. We're reading poetry, listening to music here. One of the best blueberries I've ever had. People of the live clubhouse to keep the clubhouse fame. Probably the funniest title I've ever seen.
Is that anti-Semitic Jew-hating, rat-faced, pubic hair-looking, low IQ, clubhouse cock-sucking motherfucking piece of shit? Is that who that is? Is that who the fuck that is? Lonzo! Lonzo! Hey, Lonzo! Make your bed, Lonzo! Make your bed! Make your bed, Lonzo! Go clean your room! Daddy coming home, we gonna whoop your ass! Go clean your room, Lonzo! Make your bed! Daddy coming home, Lonzo! Daddy coming home, Lonzo!
We gotta clip that one. Singing and signing.
Pretty good, man. It demands to be seen on the biggest screen possible. The stat.
Nobody wants to come and play in my rooms anymore. I wonder why. Diáconos! We need to call someone. Damn, Scott put me to voicemail, dog.
Your call has forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Sadie, this is John. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you are free this afternoon and you'd like to get some brunch, just give me a call or text me. Looking forward to speaking with you and maybe meeting you. Hope you're having a great day. Bye. Who else can we call? I think we gotta call the Groover. Groover, 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 Groover.
Hey.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Please leave your message for 773517543.
Hey, Jasmine, it's John. I don't know if you're free this afternoon for brunch, but if you want to go down to the Dock Restaurant or maybe somewhere in Andersonville, would love to hear from you, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Bye. Yeah, we could. See, the thing is, you could call into my show. You don't actually have to come into my recording studio to be on the show.
Hey, John.
Hey, Daniela, how are you doing?
We're just in the driving back from Coeur d'Alene.
You're driving back? I called you when you were driving there. Full circle.
I know. That was a weekend. Now it's the end of the weekend. We're driving back.
Full circle. Such a short trip. What a waste of a drive. So much driving. Exhausting.
I know. We're both like 5 pounds fatter. We did a lot of eating.
Oh, 5 pounds of fat. That's 5 pounds of shit.
The food there is so good. Oh my god. It is like half the price of Seattle and bomb food. Oh my god. I've been eating for like 3 days straight. And then we found a gym one day. We did go to the gym. We bought like a day pass. The gym is not fancy. It's not fancy like Arizona and out Southern California. I didn't like it. So.
Well,
Yeah.
did you break a sweat?
Did I break a sweat? I did 10 minutes of cardio, and I went in the steam bath. Yeah, that's about it. And I did a lot of stretching. I needed to stretch. But it's pouring rain. Like, the place is really nice. The first day, we had a lot of fun. It was sunny and warm. But the next 2 days, the weather changed, and it's been pouring rain, cold. Like, it might snow. I swear, it's like low 40s.
Yeah, the winter is coming. I know. I got to turn the heat on in my house.
Yeah, it's freaking cold. So, what'd you do this weekend?
Just read a bunch of books, worked out, went out, ate well, listened to great music, met a musician, filmed some music. It's been a fun weekend.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you would like Coeur d'Alene. It's MAGA country.
MAGA country. People love Donald. So when do you think the hostages are coming out? Tomorrow? Tonight? When?
I thought they started coming back. I thought that's what I read yesterday. Is that not right?
I didn't see it in the news this morning.
Oh, I'm not really sure. I thought that was what was happening. You know what I did see online though was that in Gaza that the Hamas are just like killing they're rounding up different civilians and shooting them, you know, claiming they collaborated with Israel and just shooting them point blank in the head, you know, executions. Yeah, they're fucked up. And another thing what they're doing, I guess, is they said that instead of, because they don't want, part of the negotiations is they don't want Hamas to rule Gaza anymore, so they're essentially trying to change the name. Instead of Hamas, it'll be Gaza, like Palestinian Security Forces or something.
Yeah.
They're trying to change the name. I that's what I read.
They have to rebrand because nobody likes the word Hamas anymore because it sounds like terrorist.
Yeah, it's not. They're trying to rebrand exactly. So, yeah. So,
We'll drive safe. What are you gonna do after you have? What are you gonna do if you have to drop a big deuce on the highway? You have JICs. Those are just in case tissues.
I just asked my girlfriend who's with me. I said, "Did you shit this weekend?"
Oh.
I just asked her that. I just asked her that.
If you eat well, you should make 3 bowel movements every morning.
I know, that's what I told her. I was like, that's part of healthy digestion.
How many shits a day do your dogs take on average?
At least 3 a walk per walk.
3 drops per walk. 3 walks, 9 deuces a day. Holy shit.
I know. Holy shit, right? Yes. At least, no, I swear, at least like in the morning, it's probably 2 to 3 for sure. And then you definitely before bed, there's at least another one. So yeah. I don't always walk them twice though, because it's a lot of work. I usually, the most I get will be, I usually walk them in the morning for the morning one, and then afternoon I try to take them on the bike so they can run. And then that's about it. I try to take them sometimes before bed, but it's not all the time. I don't always. Because I go to the gym, I come back late. When I get back, I want to eat and shower and relax. I don't want to like start bundling up to take them outside in the cold, the wet, the rain again. You know. So yeah, I don't always make 3 walks a day would be ideal, but I don't always make it.
Well, imagine if you had children and you had a conversation about your children's digestion and poop, and you've yet to have that convo. When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Who is that?
When are you gonna have a baby, Daniela?
Oh my God, John, that doesn't even sound like you. Like, who is that? Gaza, like Palestinian security forces or something. Well,
No, that's me. I'm just kidding around. I'm just doing a voice.
I know. It didn't sound like your voice though. All of a sudden, it's not sound like you.
Well, drive safe. Have a nice week. I hope all your dreams come true. But the quickest way to make your dreams come true is to have no desires. So, desires are the root of suffering.
What? John.
If you
the best way to make your dreams come true is make them come true.
Well, it's a question of communication. Everything comes down to communication. I hope they get those hostages out, and then I guarantee you they're going to go back to war with those people. I mean, they're driving around in 4-wheel trucks, fully clad up, like they're running it like a caliphate. So there's no way that they're not going to go into direct conflict again.
I know. The Muslims right now are freaking taking over the world. Did you know, like, I was watching videos last night on Instagram of what is going on all over, but in Paris, in Europe, in Paris, like, the Muslims took over the migrants, like, took over a bunch of places in Rome. In Rome, like, this migrant tried to light a gas pipe of a residential building on fire, like light it on fire so the building would burn. And there's just like so much shit going on. I cannot believe it. Like, Europe is fucked. They literally like let everybody in the country, and it's out of control. London is out of control. The theft and rape and yeah, murder, like everything. It's really bad. It's really bad. This video is really, really scary. So that is the one thing. When you're in MAGA country, it feels so much safer and cleaner, and no homeless. This girl last night at the bar, she just started talking to me, and she's about my age, and then she started telling me how she's from Southern California originally, and she lived in Scottsdale, Coeur d'Alene, and she just met her husband like a year ago. They just got married like, a year ago. And she's like, I was like, yeah, I haven't met my husband yet. And she's like, don't worry, it'll come, be patient, you know? And she's like, and anyway, she was just talking how much she loves like Coeur d'Alene because it's like not a good country. And she said, I don't even lock my car doors, and it's safe and clean. And yeah, she was just talking about it. It was just, she was cute. She was around my age. And then, yeah, she was 41. And then she said,
Wait a second, aren't you 52?
no, not yet.
I thought you were 55. I was being generous at 52.
No, but I'm younger than your sister. So she bought me a drink at the bar. That was really sweet. And then yeah. Then some guy started talking to me from, I guess it was from Nashville. And he had a big accent. And then I was like, oh, what do you do in your free time? I hunt and I fish. Well, okay. I was like, time to leave now. I don't want to talk to any hunters. And then who else? There was this like 25-year-old kid who was trying to get in my pants, trying to kiss me, and push them away. Yeah. So, John, these boys are still going after the cougars. What can I say?
Oh yeah, you're just a very young puma cougar. You've barely crossed the line. You have 20 more years of easily cougaring, maybe 30 more years of cougaring.
But anyway, the bar was called the Moose, and the bars are pretty fun. Oh, so they have all this live music everywhere, and then I was asking the concierge at the hotel. I was like, oh, where can we go for some good country music and dancing? So he's like, oh, go to Post Falls, and he gave me the name of some bar. My friend and I drove out there. That was earlier in the evening. I guess it was too early. I thought they would start early, but we just went out there early, and they weren't really happening. It wasn't happening yet. It was around 7 when we got there, and the place looks awesome. Okay, I totally want to go back there on a night that it's happening. They do line dancing every Friday night. They teach. They have a course. They teach line dancing at 7:30 every Friday night, and then on Saturday nights they do swing dancing lessons for an hour, and then it's live music. It was a super country bar, huge, dance floor, huge. And he said the place gets wild, and you could tell it was early in the evening when we got there. And then my friend didn't want to go in, so I was like, okay, let's leave because there was nothing happening at that time. So, we're like, okay, we don't want to wait around anyway. It was kind of far from where we are. We had to drive 20 minutes out, which on the freeway, 20 minutes, which was towards Spokane. I was like, I didn't even know where we were. It was the middle of the night. It was dark, and it was pouring rain, and I didn't really want to be partying in Spokane because it's the border of Spokane is Washington, and Coeur d'Alene is Idaho. So I guess it's on the state line between the two. But Spokane is known to be a city that is high crime,
Hit that button. Subscribe now. Comment,
Washington.
share, subscribe now.
Anyway, the bar seems like a really cool place. Live music, really getting good country music. Anytime you're in a casual country bar, but honky tonk style, super fun. Super fun. So I was like, oh, I would love to go back there.
Fucking crazy. This is the longest drive to a local bar you've ever experienced. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
You just drove to the furthest bar in your life to have a drink.
It was the furthest bar, but it's you know those cops are just waiting for people when they come out of a place like that. So you do not want to be driving. You know, you gotta be Ubering. And yeah, so anyway, it was too early. We were there too early, and my friend wasn't into it, so I was like, yeah, that's fine, we can just go. So we went back to Coeur d'Alene. But yeah, you know, everybody, even like Coeur d'Alene at like midnight, we kind of stayed till, you know, around midnight. But you know, all those cops are literally just waiting outside those bars, waiting to see white people. So you really gotta be taking an Uber around.
Man, I saw all these people got kicked off the train, and there were hundreds of people that couldn't get to where they needed to go, so they had to call Ubers and take buses, and you know, trains break down. Chicago is, you know, always a pain, can be an extreme pain in the ass city to.
Yeah.
It's only getting worse, not getting better. They're not spending any money. It's all like, for like.
Why are you still in Chicago? Why don't you just rent your place and move somewhere else?
You know, that could be in my future. I hope you're a good prophetess. I mean, you know, South Beach, you know, West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, anywhere close to the beach is where I want to be, and where it's warm. I don't care about the heat. I hate the cold, so I'd love to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about that with my friend. I was like, because you know, I wanted to come to Idaho to explore. I was like, I thought it would be cowboy town, and I thought I would like it, but it's not really that much of a cowboy town in Coeur d'Alene, and it's already as cold as Washington. It's freezing, and it's not a ski town. It's not quite a ski town. Like there's ski resorts within like, I don't know, like a certain distance. I don't know exactly how far, but it's not a ski town. So it's like, yeah, but I really do. Like I miss the sunshine. I miss the warmth. I miss like the really fancy gyms, and like, so I was like, you know, I think I want to move again. I want to move back to like, I'm not sure. It's like Scottsdale was fun, but that's like a certain party place. But I really like the gyms there. But I don't think I'd move to Scottsdale.
Why don't you just
I think
move?
it's just
Why don't you just move to Newport Beach again?
Yeah, I was thinking I want to move back to maybe Southern California. Like, I really love that area. It's like there's just so. I just hate the fact that it's like Newsom country. Because he's just destroyed that state. You know, it would be better if it was MAGA.
Yeah, but you know
really
what? He can't change the weather though, so.
I know. But I'm tired of being around all these libtards and all their homeless agenda, you know, and all their vaccine agendas and like everything, all of it. But yeah, I really love Southern California. It's by the beach, the weather's mild, you have hikes, you know, little hikes, and then you also have an international airport right there. So it's a good place to be, you know, it's a good place. Yeah, I want to get out. There's more Jews, you know, like I'm not really around anyone with like my values. So I feel like a little bit empty.
Well,
it's,
that allows you to, you know, see, that's why you're never gonna leave though, because then that makes you the super apex predator amongst all of these clowns in clown world.
Yeah, I don't need all that. I don't need all that.
Yeah, but you live amongst those people, so, you know. I don't know. A lot of those people are your tenants. A lot of those people are your, you know, neighbors. I mean, they're unavoidable, but you'll probably never leave Seattle. I mean, you know, you're too connected with.
No, I'm not. It's not true, actually. That's not true. I think like somewhere between Newport and San Diego is like good for me. Somewhere like around there, you know. The weather's so mild. It's good for my dogs.
Well, anyways, people talk all the time about how moving somewhere is gonna like change their life, but the truth is, like, it really doesn't change much because the sun is still the sun, no matter wherever you go. Like,
No, it does. No, it does. It does. It does change. Your environment does change. It
no,
does change. Like,
the sun doesn't change.
yeah.
The sun is the same everywhere.
You know, when you're like, you hang out with the same people, you know, it's like sometimes it's not good. It's because a lot of people are not progressing. They're not. There's nothing major going on. People are like the same year to year after year. There's not a lot of movement, and it's just stagnant. So it's not always good. It's not always good.
Well, anyways, you make it good or you make it bad. It's up to you. That's what I'm saying. Like, geography doesn't solve people's problems. People move around and then they suffer the pain in the ass of moving somewhere. And then they're like, man, shit, my problems, I still got all my same problems. I overeat. I don't go to the gym. I'm hooked on Adderall. And, I don't do anything productive. And I waste all my time looking at my fucking cell phone. Like, some people, doesn't matter where they live. Like, they're not going to change their behavior. But, look at you. You're driving halfway across the country to have a drink at a country bar in MAGA territory.
That's right.
I mean,
it's a totally different feel, though. It really is a different feel being there.
why wouldn't you go back to not Vancouver, but what's that? Anyways,
Whistler?
yeah, like a freaking, isn't Whistler still skiing right now?
No, Mountain hasn't opened. It doesn't open until Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I'm already thinking it's like
Why, is it snowing in Chicago?
it's getting cold, but I figured up in the middle of nowhere, like, maybe they already have snow.
No, they don't have snow yet. Whistler this time of year is like cloudy and rainy and overcast. That's how it is right now. It's a nice time to be in Whistler if you want to like eat at the restaurants and be at the spa and go to the gym. Like, yeah, you can do it. You can just like read a book with the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa.
Now is actually a good time for Vegas. Vegas is like, I think is like a good time to go now because
Yeah, I'm planning a trip to Vegas probably pretty soon. Gail's birthday was last week and she wanted to go, and then I'm probably gonna go to Vegas soon. My parents are going next week, and so I think I'm gonna probably go to Vegas soon. But Vegas it's kind of like, what do you do in Vegas when you go?
just the pool and the gym and the buffet and the spa.
Yeah, exactly. You eat. I know. I do like to eat. Food in Vegas is so amazing. And the gym, there's tons of gyms. And then, yeah, exactly. The pool, it might be getting too cold for the pool this time of year. It might be. I think the weather's starting to change. Vegas gets cold in the winter.
Yeah, but they got hot tubs. Everything is heated. See, the whole thing is it's the sun. People are like sun worshippers.
Yeah. I know. I'm a sun worshiper too. So that's why I was like, I can't stand overcast gray days. Like, that is the worst. And the rain, as soon as the rain comes, I'm just like, get me out of here. Yeah, so I'm definitely ready for Vegas. I'm ready for Mexico. Yeah, like California's mild. California's not that hot. Can't really get us, the tan in California now. You know that, like, over there by the beach between Newport and San Diego, it's overcast all morning, right?
Yeah, I know.
The sun doesn't come out until the afternoon. Yeah, but the food down there is so good. Food in California is great. We don't have good food in Washington. We don't really have, like, I don't have any spots that are like, oh, that's my spot. in California, you got fish tacos everywhere. You have a lot of healthy places to eat. It's like big salads and lots of protein. You know, it's really good. Yeah. And I really love all those like short little hikes that you can do with the eucalyptus trees, and it's like dry. I love those. Those are all super fun.
All right, well, drive safe, and make sure you pull off and take a whiz. Don't hold it. It's never good to hold it in.
I know. Let's see how long it takes us to get home, because when we left Seattle, we left at 7 a.m. on Friday. Right, 7 a.m. on the dot, and we rolled into Coeur d'Alene, Idaho at 12 noon. So it took us 5 hours with a couple stops, for gas, bathroom, this and that. And now we left at 12:15. So I want to see what time we end up getting home. Hopefully we don't hit too much traffic. Coming back on weekends, people start coming back. I don't know. So we'll see. What are you doing the rest of the day?
I'm gonna go do some yoga, then suntan, and then have a nice dinner, take a hot bath, do more yoga, and then who knows, maybe some angel from Hinge will say, hey, I want to get a drink.
Yeah. Don't make her pay for it, John.
Oh, I can afford one cocktail.
Good. Well, you're not missing anything over here. It's freaking pouring rain. My windshield wipers are working as fast as they can go.
Wow. All right, well, be very careful and be aware, avoid it, more safety to
I'll
you.
talk to you soon.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Thanks for your call. Love you.
Love you too. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, love you. Can't wait to hang up with you so I can jump on YouTube and make a poem. Love you. Yeah, get that fake dopamine, that fake cell phone artificial love you comments.
I don't want to talk to any hunters.
Wants to have a baby. I want to have a baby. Free Palestine.
In him our which are master in English, but noble of themselves. I am.
John, many things we are opposed on. Like I'm a liberal Democrat. Let's just
fire this YouTube account. I'm gonna read to you a scammer, a COVID-19 vaccine liar. It's not a vaccine. It's a gene modifier. It's gene therapeutic. Okay. This phone is about to die. Okay, we're ready for these. This is the hardest setup I've ever had to make, and I'm still not even ready to make it. Okay, we're gonna play some more of this Japanese music quickly.
He's my miracle child. So how does your miracle child get cancer?
That's not my job to sing to everybody. I do sing when I sing in the Jewish rooms when they ask me to. Absolutely.
You know, do you know this rabbi out of Berkeley who does Kabbalah studies? Danny Mott. Danny Mott. Have you ever heard of him? Not a rabbi. He's a doctor. But anyways. I thought maybe I took his Kabbalah course. I thought maybe I heard you in one of his, conference calls.
No, but I will give you a blessing today, and I will sing it for you.
Okay, sweet.
I'll guide his steps and help him find his way.
Why don't you sing? I mean, if you're battlements of the salt sea, black billows tipped with fog.
Well, it was one of those places where.
Sures we need 700 signatures. Hello? Let's see.
It's just.
It's like you.
One is one of our top 10 donors. Okay, I guess I gotta do this. Here we go. Create these. Okay, this is poetry in the muff. Okay, this is poetry readings. Concept John. Concept John.
Going for some lengthy ones here, but this is candidate John. Vaccine liar. 4 minutes, Gene Fair.
I'm the answer, no second guesses. I wear what I want, I barely wear dresses. I wanna live, not merely survive. Wishing on a dream can barely keep me alive. Introducing the owl, I'm a queen. Whoever's
Can be useful. Magical poetry for you. Kitover bringing you another amazing match. John Kitover recording magical. We are eating recording magical. The super spender Darren Lutton Kitover reading. Recording poetry. Loves my. Yeah, she's probably. The liar. Big poetry. Feet for joining us. Vaccinologist. Feet. Darren Lutton. Go to John for 19 vaccine. Spender, super dead, super vaccine, rhino, COVID-19 for Congress, 16th district reading Congressman for the reading poetry. I hope you enjoy the 16th district. Yes, there's the 16th district for Congress.
Okay, this is another poem. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. We could finish a stray in our pass. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district, a super debt creator, a super spender, a super taxer, a gun grabber, a COVID-19 vaccine liar, a scammer, a frauder. Go to johnforcongress.com. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Astray in Our Paths. From all the circle of eternity, were that the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love? It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence, that silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air, and if he hear not die, but we who love are beyond death, and therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun, nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innerst being, the spirit, it stains its vital essence with a brand, a fire that shall not change, and shuddering, I gaze back, spirit to spirit, with a like insatiable desire that never quenched, nor lessened by sublime satiety, but rather crescent, hotter with the flame of its own burning that consumes it not, because it is the pure white flame of God. I shudder, holding thee to me. The gaze is still on me. 1,000 years have passed, and yet 1,000,000 years they are as men count years, and yet we stand and gaze with touching hands and lips immutable, as mortals stand a moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame, one infinite God, one infinite love. This is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon, since you were come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, nor sight nor sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, till light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives
This
youth.
is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to you to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. A super debt creator, super spender, super taxer, a gun grabber, guns and liar, scammer, job. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray. From all circle of eternity, be that the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but it super spreader, super taxer.
Gillette's just a fancy-looking Fusion 5.
Vaccine liar, scammer,
It's Gillette's best shape, and it's ultra...
I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray Inner Paths. From all the circle of eternity, without the reason for thou shudderest to hear the voice of love. It is no voice that men may hear, but an intensest rich silence. That silence when man waits to hear some faint vibration in the smitten air. And if he hear not die, but we who love are beyond death. Therefore may commune in that still tongue. It is the only speech and song of stars and sun. Nor is it marred by one dissentient tremor of the air that girds the earth, but in lone ether spreads its song. But now I turn to thee, whose eyes blaze on me with such look as flesh and blood may never see and live, for so it burns into the innermost stains its vital essence with
It's kind of crazy that people take it, to that extreme.
I'm serious. Oh, yeah, not even a question. Everything I'm telling you.
Insatiable desire that never quenched.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. A super debt creator, super spreader, super taxer, a gun grabber, a COVID-19 vaccine liar, a scammer, a flunker. Go to JohnForCongress.com. I hope you enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray Inner Paths. From all the circle of eternity,
touching heads and lips, immutable as mortals stand a moment. The universe is one soul, one spirit, one flame, one infinite God, one infinite love. This is Colony. When you have had enough to eat today, by stocking. Only in Father's Father.
Talking about the
I think it's important to note what subjects we haven't discussed. We completely ignored the fact that this is a society divided by fear, hatred, and in a style of gem-like lucidity, radiant with you. The greatest love.
You become supercharged for survival. This is the...
I'm running against Darren LaHood, and we have 1,130 signatures. We need 700 signatures on our petitions. We submit October 27th, 28th, and the website is johnforcongress.com. I'm running as a fiscal conservative. My mantra is stop borrowing, stop spending, stop taxing. Liar, scammer, a fraud. Go to johnforcongress.com. Enjoy this poem. This is the second part of Stray Inner Paths. From all the circle.
What's harder, picking plays or picking outfits?
Nice question.
You gotta be twice as good. Can you throw twice as far?
Who is this?
Is Sprite responsible for your success?
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours, nor sight nor sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, to light renews my scale of sighs. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the most austral east, you drove on the most fortunate wind blows, a galleon piled with treasure trove, the sun's gold, silver of the snows, all jewels, all virtue far above, O tall ship laden with true love. You strode majestical and fierce, armed an avenging Amazon, a warrior maiden mad to pierce, with unfleshed steel man's morion. You thrust the rapier of your art, singing for rapture through my heart. I died, and you, by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love, who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole, whence you have all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt, my body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learnt, Layla, my light, my night, tragic and true, I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boyish dream and saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith, and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to blend its ray with my lion's heart in dare endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth.
Poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. Share subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert.
Hey, did you just like a photo of me from 3 years ago?
New stay on stage and gotten on the ballot yet, because the ballot's not printed. This is candidate Congress battlements of the snow. This is candidate. Why don't you say battlements? Sure, we need 700 signatures. Congress.com, we the agonies, racism, even the blood spot.
Logically opposed to everything John stands for. Oh my gosh.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this YouTube account. Thanks so much for being here. This poem is called On the Edge of the Desert. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. Sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you are come, all these are gone. Leave me some love and flowering trees, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo in love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began, that among men I was a man. No waste in life allures but yours, no sight, no sleep allays mine eyes. Night sways my dull distemper tours, the light renews my scale of size. Half a man's span I have lived. In sooth, you have found the elixir that gives youth. From the most austral east, you drove on the most fortunate wind blows. Galleon piled with treasure trove, the sun's gold, silver of the snows, all jewels, all virtue. This is Canada Congressman John.
has hundreds of strips, scribble away sticky messes, even from grout ones.
Gotten on the ballot yet because
Faye's a few years behind us in school.
You really let all the stops out.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, you suck!
Another satisfied customer. Set that tag.
Wasting your time. You don't read books no more. You all got brain rot. So I can come in here, do my little comedy show, make you all giggle and say, oh man, thank God somebody's having a good time.
This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed. Washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind to these, my life's one ache. My tongue is swollen, my lips are burnt. My body shivers for your sake. For this last lesson I have learnt. Layla, my knight, tragic and true. I never loved till I loved you. For you have fixed the boy's dream, saved the man from love's wraith. Your love rekindled hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled requickened faith, and faith confirmed renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my night, enshadowed me, drawn down mine eyelids, bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. Wake and weep, awake and weep, I care not which, so thee I find, present or absent in my mind. The next poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world! What worm at its red heart lay curled from the beginning, plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death, and all this wasted breath of mine, the songs of 6 most memorable years of ecstasy and agony.
John Kitover reading poetry with Darren Hood in the 16th District Judge for Congressman. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry with Darren LaHood in the 16th District. Go to johnforcongress.com. The name of this poem is On the Edge of the Desert. This is part 2. I died, and you by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul to love who, seeing us enmeshed, wept, and with one smile made us whole. Whence you all life's gold for gain, and I am grown a boy again. I am 1,000 worlds withdrawn from these long leagues of sand and sun. I am with you in the windy dawn. I am with you when night's fingers run over the desert, when the dunes lift up their faces to the moons. I am blind of ease. My life's one ache. My tongue is swollen. My lips are burnt. My body shivers for your sake. But this last lesson I have learned, Layla, my night, tragic and true, never loved till I loved you. You who fixed the boy's dream, saved the man from love's wraith. With love rekindled, hope's blue gleam, and hope fulfilled, requickened faith, and faith confirmed, renewed the birth of a new heaven and a new earth. Mine is the only star that ever left the lone cross to bend its ray. My lion's heart in dear endeavor to knell the night and dim the day. Mine is the only maiden worth the wooing ever won on earth. Layla, my knight, enshadowed me. Drawn down mine eyelids, bid me sleep, and dream of thee, and dream of thee. Wake and weep, awake and weep. I care not which, so thee I find, present or absent in my mind. The next poem is called Rosa Decidua. O Rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, is found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world. What a worm at its red heart lay curled from the beginning. Plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens good there that arched it. O thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death, and all this wasted breath of mine. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover reading poetry to defeat. I died, and you by death refreshed, washed in my blood, gave up my soul.
They're doing okay. But the whole
Defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. Go to a super deck creator, a super.
Now, he has.
Okay, this is going to be a new poem. Thanks for being here with us on the lives. Okay, this next poem is called Rosa Decidua. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover for the 16th District, reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. The name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. Oh, Rose, thou art sick. The invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world. What worm at its red heart they curled from the beginning? Plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt is she that was the queen flower unexampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Thou, whose body was my lair, whose soul lay on my mouth like a live coal, this time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death. In all this wasted breath of mine, the songs of 6 most memorable years of ecstasy and agony may not attain to charm thy being into love again. This is no tragedy of little tears. My brain is hard and cold. There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred fire upon my lips to sing my heart is dead. I say that name thrice over, Rose, 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 even as lover should call to lover. There is no quickening, no flood, no fount that flows, no water wells from the dead spring. My thoughts come singly dry, contemptuous, too cold for hate. All I can say is that they come from some dead sphere without me. Singly they come, beats of a senseless drum, jarred by a fool, harsh, unharmonious. There is no sense within me or about me, yet each thought is most surely known. For a catastrophe, no climax of a well-wrought tragedy. Single and sterile, I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours, no fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers. All's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past years aboard and this is found, foul waters drench my earth, ells, filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, I wrench my soul to say it. All a man's delight, come look at it. This leaden skin, with ochre staining its amorphous gray, all that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute, invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh, smudged to a smoky glow as one may see at sunset in the factory lands. The lips thinned and their color sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss, dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous and fat, the breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof.
Rose, thou art sick, thou art sick, thou art sick.
Soothe your nose and soften the blows with the #1 lotion tissue, Puffs.
Congressman Kitover for the 16th District, reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. The The name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. O rose, thou art sick, invisible worm that flies in the night, and howling.
It's just ranting about.
Christians were rather successful and do well.
First, the sevenfold sacrament.
Let's do some yoga. Farmer's market. Let's sit down.
District, reading poetry to defeat Darren LaHood. You come between me and the night that was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light, come between me and the snows, the sun, the sands, the horizon. Since you were come, all these are gone. Leave me some love of flower and tree, some passion for the moon and stars, some ache of spring, some sigh of sea, some echo of love's ancient scars. To witness ere your reign began, that among men I was a man. No voice in life allures but yours. Nor sight nor sleep allays my eyes. Night sways my dull distemperatures. To light renews my scale size. You come between me and the night. Sin was my queen till you arose. You come between me and the light. You come between me and the snows. The sun, the sands, the horizon, since you have come.
Oh, Christ! Gillette lamps blades last 50% longer. 5-0.
John fucking Kitover, there's a John fucking Kitover account. John fucking Kitover. Oh man.
During the Hood, the name of this poem is called Rosa Decidua. Oh Rose, thou art sick. The invisible worm that flies in the night. The howling storm has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. Blake. Rose of the world, if so, then what a world. What worm in its red heart lay curled from the beginning. Plucked and torn and trampled and utterly corrupt as she that was the queen flower and exampled in gardens goodlier than Arcady. Thou whose body was my lair, solely on my mouth like a live coal. This time thou hearest not my song, thine ears are stopped with worse than death. And all this wasted breath of mine, the songs of six most memorable.
John, look at that profile. Fucking K, that's it.
This is no tragedy of little tears. My pain is
John
hard and
fucking
cold.
K.
There is no beat of its blood. There is no heat of sacred
Oh,
fire.
Rockford
But my lips to
Peoria.
sing, my heart is
Counting the
dead. They say the name thrice over. Rose, Rose, Rose. Even as love. Name thrice over. Rose, Rose, Rose. During the Hood, the name of the name of this poem is on the edge of the death.
Okay, this will be Rose Poem Part 2.
This poem is called You come between me and the night. Was my queen till you
Is that a you problem? Because I'm telling you that black people will be the final survivors. White people are going to go extinct. Bill Gates. The gene therapy injections known as COVID-19 vaccines have fully sterilized the entire Western world. Black.
Wouldn't it be funny though if that shit was so funny? Not funny, crazy, yeah, I believe it. I think it's funny comedy.
District. Reading poetry. District. You come between me and the night.
And then my friend today morning. A little miracle that I found my.
The whole.
Anytime. If you're in the
So we call this grand entry area and hallway the yellow brick. So we.
Okay, this will be the second part of the Rose poem. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th district to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose poem, part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. No fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers. All's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth. All's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. I wrench my soul to say it. All a man's delight. Come, look at it. This leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul, the bloom so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their colour sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call, now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. This is no tragedy of little tears. This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, where Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is wholly curse. He is holy blessing to the wise, this thing invertebrate, this sewer flood, compact of treacheries, meannesses, and lies. Horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wallowing. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, I reel back beneath the blow of her breath. She comes smiling to me, that disgust changes the drunken lust.
Give me just 30 seconds. Here's what you're missing about Factor. Trust me, Factor isn't your average ready-to-eat meal service. It's made performance food easy for me. I get up to 50 grams of protein per meal, plenty of fiber, and all without overdoing it on carbs. I feel so ready to take on my day, especially with the new protein options. And there's none of that fake stuff. No high fructose corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors. Factor fuels your goals with facts, not fluff. So what are you waiting for?
Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th District to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem, Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. I wrench my soul to say it. All man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their colour sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath it was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. Is this no tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, where Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse God that is holy curse. He is holy blessing to the wise, this thing invertebrate, this sewer flood, compact of treacheries, meannesses, and lies, horrible thirst, infamous beastliness, dirt and disease, so sottish wallowing, yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate, so slavish, yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, and reel back beneath. This is Canada Congressman John Kitover running for the 16th District to defeat Darren LaHood. This is the Rose Poem, Part 2. Thank you for being here. Health, wealth, love, peace of mind, happiness, and strength. Like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose-red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, and this is found. Foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years. I wrench my soul to say it. All man's delight. Come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous grey. All that elastic brilliance passed away. Minute invading wrinkles where the flesh is soaked away by the foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged to a smoky glow as one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their colour sickened into slate. The eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath it was more sweet than Lebanon, and all the flowers and honey and spice thereof ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to call. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. Is this no tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, where Bacchus smiles, that evil and averse god that is holy curse. He is holy blessing to the wives, this thing invertebrate, this sewer.
I got these blueberries in the refrigerator. They're like the most amazing blueberries I've ever had.
Him in your arms and guide his step.
Now,
I do stay on stage.
gotten on the ballot yet? Yeah, sure, Sesame.
Okay, should we do one more poem? Worst thing is I don't have any more coffee.
Is the strength, like, share, subscribe this video. This is the Rose. I am here for naught. I have no memory of the rose red hours. The fragrance of those days amid the flowers lingers, all's drowned in the accursed stench of this damned present. The past year's bought, this is found, foul waters drench my earth, all's filth. With what cold eye one scans this body that was so long since 2 years, it wrench my soul to say it. All a man's delight, come, look at it. Its leaden skin with ochre staining its amorphous gray. All
For the 16th district to defeat Darren
minute invading wrinkles where the
For the 16th district to defeat
foul thing within her soul that blooms so faint and fresh. Smudged with smoky glows one may see its sunset in the factory lands. The lips, thinned and their color sickened into slate. Eyes like common glass, the hair's gloss dull, the muscles gone, all pendulous with fat. The breath that was more sweet than Lebanon. All the flowers and honey and spice that earth ripe for my soul's kiss eagerly to cold. Now like a corpse 3 weeks drowned, swollen by sun and water and vermin. There she sways and stares, and with the jaw dropped all awry, first swears, then lurches, then she slobbers unctuously. I am not old, I am quite beautiful. How have I lost your love? Pitiful, pitiful, most pitiful. Is this no tragedy here, tragedy of little tears? This worm was in her blood, lurking for thrice 5 years. And now I see him, that old slime that leers, mocking smiles, an evil and averse god that is holding curse.
will use them only with the utmost restraint.
Okay, this is gonna be the Rose Part 3. But where is my hat? My awesome little hat. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover running against Darren LaHood in the 16th District, reading poetry to unseat and defeat the super borrower, super spender, super taxer Darren LaHood from Rockford to Peoria. This is The Rose Part 3. Yet sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate. So slavish yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious, and cunning as some sordid sorceress, capable of action or control, yet a black gulf to drown so strong a soul. He lay close curled within my rose's heart. There is no blame, yet what avails all art? See, a reel back beneath the blow of her breath, she comes smiling to me, that disgust changes her drunken lust into a shriek of hate. Half conscious still beneath the obsession of the will of all she was before her death, she so hell boils over and she rages, it seems to countless ages, with all the vile abuse that had degraded Glasgow's grimiest stews. with all the knowledge of despair, striking me cunningly, striking everywhere, mutilating the corpse of my dead love with such a savagery, intensity above, all understanding that it bleeds again as a corpse should bleed at the murderer's touch. Then, not content, she must needs smutch all my past purifying pain, turning all life to a thing fouler than aught yet imaginable to man, who asks me for my tears. She flings the body of our sweet dead child into my face with hell's own epitaph, profanes that shrine of infinite love and infinite loss, my empty shrine, the one shrine undefiled, my one close clasped cross, and hers as much as mine profanes it with a hideous laugh, and a lie flung with a curse, and I must hear and must not stamp on the snake, because forsooth this was my love, my peace, my faith, my truth, the rosebud of my youth. It was, it is not, it can never be. This would corrupt God's body with a breath. I see him sicken and swoon, I see him rot through, though his tabernacle be eternity. This makes a man catch hold of death greedily like a harlot in the street, plucks by the arm some sot. Death shakes me off with a hoarse curse, tied to this woman. His beneficence were too like heaven, and heaven somehow to earn, no doubt, no way that I know. Hell's enough if hell would only burn and silence the one devil word of love. Aye, death slings off. I have a child that claims my life, to keep from knowledge of her mother's fate, to keep from heritage that up be shield from the world's stop, to watch them out the seat of medicine, her God that has held back from hate.
From Rockford to Peoria, this is the Rose Part 3.
Get sensitive.
Get sensitive to pain so hideous that sometimes he appears all pain, all fear, all hate. So slavish yet so fierce a king, a tyrant to himself, insidious.
Big day, everybody. That's the spirit. We're having lots of fun. What's going on? Oh, the Homes.com network just hit 100 million visitors. So we're throwing a party now that we're the go-to site for home shoppers.
You don't think that's a little over the top?
Over the...
Mr. Pickles. Okay, we're still not through this Rose poem. Okay, this is John for Congress.com. I'm going to end these live streams. I'm going to go sit in the sun and relax. I hope you've enjoyed this post.